Today, although Mexico has no connection with the major powers of the world, it was not considered very bad about 100 years ago, belonging to the category of unknown countries. Even such a country once tried to produce domestically made tanks. In fact, there is very little information about the domestically made tanks in Mexico, not because there is no information or the information has been destroyed, but just thinking about the current situation in Mexico, you would know that the country's archives and similar institutions are just for show. Perhaps the information about the domestically made tanks is buried in some corner of a warehouse. Unfortunately, after consulting the limited relevant information, it is not even known when the tanks were designed and developed, and the number of prototype vehicles produced is also unknown, which adds to the mystery. However, we can still analyze this tank based on the limited images and some known information. From the photos, it is evident that the tank has a very distinct rhombus-shaped tank design, so its design time should be later than September 1916, because the world's first tank, the Mark I tank with a rhombus shape, had just been put into battle. This tank was designed and manufactured by an aircraft factory, with typical overhead tracks as the tank's walking mechanism, with rigid connections and no suspension. There are also prominent combat compartments on both sides of the vehicle, similar to the rhombus-shaped tank, but much smaller in size. The top of the tank should have been designed with a sloping roof shape, based on the combat experience in Europe, so that hand grenades thrown by the enemy would fall off on both sides. The tank's armor is a riveted structure, with some reports claiming it to be 8 mm thick. However, considering Mexico's industrial level, it is hard to believe that the country was able to produce high-quality steel armor at that time, so the tank's defensive capabilities are believed to be not very good. The firepower configuration is from the Hotchkiss series. Each of the prominent combat compartments on both sides of the tank is equipped with a Hotchkiss aircraft machine gun, which is not surprising, considering it was originally designed by an aircraft factory. The main gun of the tank is probably unique in the world, with a square window cut in the front armor of the vehicle, and a 37 mm Hotchkiss revolving cannon is installed here. As for the origin of this gun, it is very likely that it was dismantled from a decommissioned warship. As for how many people are needed to operate the tank, it is not clear due to the unknown internal structure, but it can be estimated that it is similar to the rhombus-shaped tank, probably requiring 6 to 7 soldiers to operate. In any case, Mexico did indeed attempt to design and manufacture a tank, which can be confirmed by the rare information left about the tank. At the same time, it can be seen that it was not successful, otherwise, few people would have known about it. The final fate of this Mexican, domestically made tank is unknown, perhaps it was scrapped and rebuilt.